Welcome to our new video. Mind with Nature, a Life on Earth. Worms. Worms are many different distantly related bilateral animals that typically have a long cylindrical tube-like body, no limbs, and no eyes, though not always. Worms vary in size from microscopic to over 1 meter, 3.3 feet, in length, from marine polychaete worms, bristle worms, wink with a frown 6.7 meters, 22 feet, for the African giant earthworm, Microchetus rapi wink with a frown 2, and 58 meters, 190 feet, for the marine Nemertean worm, bootlace worm, Lineus longissimus. 3. Various types of worm occupy a small variety of parasitic niches, living inside the bodies of other animals. Free-living worm species do not live on land but instead live in marine or freshwater environments or underground by burrowing. Worms may also be called helminths, particularly in medical terminology. Tapeworms. Lungworm is also a common parasitic worm found in various animal species such as fish and cats. What are the 3 types of worms? Many very different and unrelated types of animals that are generally long and soft are called worms. Of these, 3 common types of worms are the flatworm, the roundworm, and the segmented worm. What are called worms? Image result for worms. Invertebrate animals commonly called worms include annelids, earthworms, and marine polychaete or bristleworms, nematodes, roundworms, platyhelminths, flatworms, marine Nemertean worms, bootlace worms, marine Chaetognatha, arrowworms, priapulid worms, and insect larvae such as grubs and maggots. Many animals in Asia and North America prey on worms, birds, snakes, turtles, frogs, even slugs. Asian predators of jumping worms, however, are more familiar with these particular worms because they've co-evolved together. Most worm infections are not serious and can be easily treated with medicine. Worms can live as long as 4 years. When worms die in the bin, their bodies decompose and are recycled by other worms along with the food scraps. Worm castings are toxic to live worms. After all the food scraps in a bin are recycled, the worms will eat their own castings, which will poison them. Adult worms may live up to 17 years in the human body and can continue to make new microfilariae for much of this time. Elephants, cats, flies, and even worms sleep. It is a natural part of many animals' lives. New research from Caltech takes a deeper look at sleep in the tiny roundworm Cenorhabditis elegans, or C. elegans, finding 3 chemicals that collectively work together to induce sleep.
Worm, any of various unrelated invertebrate animals that typically have soft, slender, elongated bodies. Worms usually lack appendages. Polychaete annelids are a conspicuous exception. Worms are members of several